What's good, everybody? It's a Sabro54 on the Whimsy Players channel. I got one more match with Boa Hancock, and then we're gonna go for a break with her. I'm gonna build a new deck, which is probably gonna be red. Some kind of Whitebeard Ace deck, and maybe I'll implement some of the structure deck cards too, even though they haven't come out yet. I do like the OP ladder. But yeah, we had a decent run with Boa. This is still my favorite deck, but I gotta show a little bit more variety for the channel. And I'll show you guys a deck profile too, I think, before I do any red deck. The deck, I've changed it a lot, over and over. Just take something in, take it out, make a change again, because I had trouble against Lucci. Even though this is like the final version, I guess, so far, it still might not be definitive. Like, you could make some changes. But anyway, playing against Moria today. Good little, not little, but a good, should be a decent challenge, I guess. Kind of a meta deck. Drop in my Margaret, draw my +1, get a little bit of defense, and putting in some offense. It's got a big ass hand, and Moria is pretty nasty. I mean, the effect to get just free summons like that, where you're milling stuff and you boost his attack with the Dawn, making it kind of difficult to counter. I mean, I got plenty of 2k counters, so I have an answer to this, you could say. But obviously the leader is strong. Okay, so 6k, and he dropped the well, I'm glad you dropped this dude as opposed to the popping dude. And I mean, if you're gonna be 6k, the question is, I'm gonna block and keep the counter in hand, I guess, because you never know. He could just drop the Absalom guy, that's his name, and just pop my guys. So might as well block with Margaret while we can. Now then, I don't really have, man, this just really sucks. I guess I'm gonna remove, draw one. Well, we drew the dude now, but I can't really do shit, so I'm just gonna attack for 7k. I didn't really want to summon my 2k counter guys, and I don't have enough dons to summon Mihawk or Kaido. Next turn we can drop the Mihawk, and hopefully that puts in work. That's definitely a card that I messed with the numbers with this deck. Like, I had 1, then I went 2, I went none. I think I got 2 right now, just because I wanted to have a couple of more boss characters, not just have the 2 Kaidos and a couple of Boas. This guy, I guess, he counts as a boss character. When you're in that 10k range, he counts as a boss character. Okay. Drops the Sabo. I'll be glad to remove that as well with my Zoro. 3000 worlds. And it's got 2 dons left. I'm guessing he's gonna... Wow, he actually didn't use the effect. I'm gonna drop on 1000 counter if you're not gonna boost the attack. And he puts the Dawn on the other dude, I guess, so I suppose it's gonna be the same thing. I'm gonna discard Trafalgar Law, and so far he has not been able to touch my life. Perfect. I'm gonna kill the little guy. I might as well get him out of the way. And I'm gonna drop Mihawk here. Perfect. So got a big character down. He hasn't dropped anything too big yet. I guess it's his chance to do this now. Man, I really can't believe they didn't touch the, like, character Moria with the double reviver. They banned Law, they banned Enies Lobby, but they didn't touch that card. It just seems kind of crazy to me. I mean, I've been hearing that I guess Lucci isn't tier 1 anymore, like when the new stuff comes out, OP8. People are saying, like, what's the dude called? Like Shanks and the Flamingo, they're gonna be the better decks now. Anyway, so he's gonna kill my dude, damn, before I get to do shit. So drops the Moria, activated the Ice Age card, I believe. I'm at -5. And basically, with the Suru and the Absalom, I'm pretty much gonna be popped. So he burned a couple of resources, but he got the job done. Ain't this a bitch? didn't really do shit. And yes, my poor Mihawk got popped. Okay, so what I can do now, because Moria is an 8, I can do Kaido and bounce the guy back, slow him down a little bit. I for sure don't want this guy to use the dude over and over, but there's not really anything else better. Might as well get rid of the biggest character, right? And we're gonna draw 1, and that's it. So I wanted to bluff and make an attack with Boa, but he did block with Sabo, so we couldn't really do much. But I got the biggest character down now, and I don't think he'll be able to get rid of this guy as easy. You can try and do like the Moria shit again, but yeah, there's no other grannies in the discard pile. Gotta put in some work. I didn't summon the other Kaido yet. It needs to have 3 or less life. 3 or fewer life so I can draw my 4 cards. That's what a great plus looks like. And I'm doing great so far. I mean, he hasn't touched my life, and this is how you want it with Boa. Like if you watch any other guide videos, I think they'll tell you. You want to remain as healthy as you can so that you can drop your big guys and put the pressure, because besides drawing cards, our characters, you know, they don't really do a lot of effects, you know, in a lot of wacky combos like what Black does and what Purple Red Law used to do. So 7k, I think I'm kind of going to have to let this happen. I mean, we ran out of stuff to discard anyway. So you'll get your first life. But as long as I got my big dudes to control everything and just keep killing his dudes down, we'll be good. So he's thinking what to summon. That's a good question. Summon the Absalom, but you're not going to destroy anything. And going to let this happen. I get the nice trigger here. Nice. So we're going to get rid of the Sabo. That's perfect. Just the advantage I needed. And he won't even be able to use that to block now. Indeed, indeed. So the question is, I mean, okay, he summoned another blocker. Borsalino is a good card for sure. And the bitch as well to mill a bunch of stuff. Okay, fine. So I think I'm still not going to do the other Kaido, because it's probably going to block. I'm just going to try and... Well, I can actually... I'll get rid of... I can do the removal this way. Use Zoro to get rid of the blocker. And I can do... I'll do another one. Just get rid of your presence. Get rid of all his stuff. And... I mean, just 2 downs. Okay, let me just attack this dude. You're gonna save him or what? He didn't. Now you're gonna get hit for sure. He's not gonna block that. And do the searcher. Okay. So we're gonna get... Well... I think maybe I should get Law. Get a little bit of defense in hand. Because we're gonna be summoning big characters from now on. Since I have them. Okay, so I'm looking really good so far. Next turn when I drop Kaido, I'll be able to draw 4. So that's great. Put pressure with my big guys. I cleared up his field of dudes that can attack. I mean, the stuff that's down now, it's not too good. Just keep controlling the board like this. Summon my other Kaido. Just beat his ass down. He milled a bunch of cards, but it's not like Absalom is going to be that good. You know, the condition, it's a 2 cost or lower. So you got to use a lot of different other cards to just decrease my shit to pop these big guys. It won't be as easy. And the thing is with these Moria decks, I mean, when you think about it, like the 8 Moria, okay, he's a big character. They got a few other options, but they don't really have that, you know, 10 cost Dawn, 12k like Kaido or like Big Mom. I mean, I'm thinking, okay, we get the Sabo from OP7. It's a decent card. What else? I guess there's the Aokiji from set 2. But I don't see this card too often now. So he just drops a bunch of little guys. Okay, you get the Searcher, but it's not probably what you want to do. I mean, you got enough cards in hand anyway. You got all the cards in the world. They don't really mean shit. So gets that dude down. What else? Damn, there's like my neighbor's dog barking outside. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Probably not. I always say this and the camera doesn't, the microphone doesn't pick it up. But anyway, okay, I gotta let this happen. He put the Dons on Sindri, but this can't be good. Okay, you poked for life. But now you're just gonna summon something small. And I decided to remove, get that trigger. Just get rid of the little guys. I'm gonna put Dons to get rid of the shit that way. Okay, you got this dude. And I'm gonna kill the Sindri. There's no way he's gonna block for that shit, so he lets that happen. And I'm gonna go ahead. Are you gonna block? Make your decision. Probably what he's gonna do is, what makes sense is discard something from the hand and then block the Kaido, like if he wants to save a life, for sure. So I'm gonna do this because I'm gonna summon the other big Kaido, and this guy is gonna be in a world of trouble, even more. So blocks make sense. Drop the other Kaido, draw 4, and my hand is filled now. We got around the same amount of cards in hand, but I got, well, the same life, but 2 huge characters that he has nothing to respond with. Got a little bit of protection, got a few other big characters I can summon. So looking good. I mean, I can just control the game from here. Just don't make any misplays and we'll be alright. So decreases the Kaido with a bunch of shit. Yeah, I think he's gonna do it with the Akainu. So he did, but burned up a lot of shit and you got no hand now too. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, what makes the most sense. First of all, I'm gonna attack your ass. Take this 12k. He's gonna let it happen, of course. I'm going to attack with Boa. Probably gonna try and save himself. I mean, you have to at this point. It's just too dangerous. Discarded something good. And I'm gonna slow his ass down with Boa. This is what makes this card so good. Just slow the shit down. It's almost like, you know, you can attack, of course, when you summon a new character down, but when she negates something from your opponent, it's almost like your shit is negated, kind of. Like, she almost, like, gets rushed in a way, without really getting rushed. And then summon a Weevil, too. So exactly 10, draw my card, and I got a very good board presence. More cards in hand, the better characters down. What are you gonna do? Akainu can't attack, and I mean, by the time that guy can do anything, I'll kill him, I think. Just gonna drop the Searcher, block. Moria, you're gonna put a Dawn. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Summon something from the discard. The grannies are kind of useless. Once you get them down and activate the effect, they just basically burn space. They don't do anything. So just one more attack. Unless you put Dawns on the granny. It'd be pretty desperate if he does that. Like if he puts 5 Dawns just to attack. It means you're not going to summon anything. So he summons a good card, actually. Rebecca. So get the defense and get the +1. Gonna have to get rid of something, though, if he wants to revive. Or summon something. What's it gonna be? Gets Hina. I mean, you can give something -4, but I'm really doubtful he's going to be able to kill Kaido. So he targets Weevil. I believe there's like 6 dons left, or 5. Six dons, I think. What are you doing? It's taking a long ass time. I mean, it makes me wonder, actually, could I even go for game here? I mean, there's the blocker, so I made the dude 9k. Well, I'm not gonna block that. So you get to poke for a life. Come on, man, don't be taking this long. Yeah, it drops the Absalom. You're gonna pop the Weevil. Got it. 9k, I'm not gonna block, and I do get the trigger here, Gravity Blade. So I think what we should do is, I'm gonna get rid of the blocker, actually, get rid of Rebecca, and I think with the stuff I got here, I can go for game. Looks pretty simple. I mean, I'm gonna put a bunch of dons on this dude. You wanna block or not, lets it happen. Bit surprised, so it means he doesn't really have shit. Boa Hancock, going for it, didn't block anything again, so Kaido is game, basically. Excellent. So hope you guys enjoyed the match. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, share the video with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. What a